Well, hello, my friend. It's Bob Baker here, and I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you what I'm calling my radical approach to networking. I'm calling it radical because it's quite different from the reason that other people or many people do networking. And so, by networking, what I mean is this is when you attend an event, a meeting, a conference, or something with the intention of meeting people related to your field of interest. And this will be especially helpful to you if you consider yourself to be an introvert or you just feel nervous or socially awkward when you go into these situations where you're meeting new people. And maybe you feel undue pressure about having to be on your game. So let me give you some context here to explain why I'm motivated to write and speak about this. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm born and raised here. I've never lived anywhere else. And I've been very active in my local community for decades in many different overlapping circles. I've been active as a musician. I used to publish a local music magazine. I published a bunch of books, and I'm a past president of the St. Louis Publishers Association here. I've been involved in theater and comedy. And so I have these friends in all these different areas, and I have a lot of deep roots here in St. Louis and a lot of people who I know and know me, etc. However, over the last several years, with the success of my YouTube channel and with me recording and distributing affirmations and growing a global audience and reaching a lot of people around the world, I found that I got away from interacting with real people in real life in my local area. So about a year ago or so, I intentionally started attending a lot of these networking events, which I never did in the past because I didn't feel that I really needed to. And it's been really interesting. And a few days ago, I was inspired to write and share a social media post on this topic. And what I'm going to do right now is just read that post, and then I'm going to riff on it a little bit because it gets to the heart of this radical approach to networking that I take. So here's what I wrote. I've attended more than 100 networking and business events over the past year or so. And here is what works for me. I don't attend these things with the goal of generating leads or finding my next paying client. Because whenever I've done that, it just didn't feel right. So now I attend these gatherings with the intention of making some cool new friends and reconnecting with people I already know. So with this approach, there's no pressure to qualify people or assess their potential to become a paying client, which is often the approach that many people take when they attend these things. But now I focus on simple human connection. That is what works for me. And in fact, a year ago, I started hosting my own monthly heart-centered business meetup, and I brought that same philosophy with me to my events. My goal was to create a meetup that encouraged interaction, joy, and genuine connection without the pressure to collaborate, to pitch, or to make referrals. My events are fun, they're interactive. I take a very different approach. But here's the interesting thing. From those organic interactions, sales have been made, jobs have been offered, and collaborations have formed. But those outcomes aren't the primary goal. They're the natural byproduct of being a friendly, open, and genuinely curious human being. So that, in a nutshell, is my radical approach to networking. I focus on the human connection, really just wanting to make some new friends, meet some new people, find out the interesting stories behind each individual's life. And in the age of AI and digital disconnection, this is a radical approach. It's something that you're not going to be able to reproduce with an avatar or a bot. And as much as I love using the internet and all these wonderful digital tools to reach a global audience with my content, I'm realizing more and more the importance of actual one-on-one communication with other human beings. So I hope this helps you. in your own pursuits of making some new friends. And feel free to share this with someone who could really use this message. I hope you're having an awesome day, fabulous week. This is Bob Baker, and I hope to talk to you again soon.